Andy Foster.
Mr Speaker, thank you. My question is to the Minister for Rail and asks, is the Cook Strait ferry replacement program on track?
The Right Honourable Winston Petes.
Yes, by Christmas 2029, 2 brand new ferries will have rail on them and it will save the taxpayer billions. This is met with positive reactions. Carl Findlay, Maritime Union, said, and I quote, particularly happy for the workers, quotes, who now know that they have a future. Nadine Taylor, Marlborough Mayor, said this, it's the certainty that Port needs to move forward. Anthony Delaney, Centre Port, said this gives surely to all the people who rely on the provision of a safe, reliable and affordable ferry service. And Don Braid of Main Freight said this, it's a pragmatic, logical, sensible decision. And we want to say this very important note. There's a good number of people, politicians included, who are a little naive as to how much freight actually moves by rail. And then this self-appointed economist said this, rail-enabled ferries are a no-brainer. That's Julie Ann Genter.
Supplementary, Mr Speaker. How does this government's plan compare to previous plans?
Well, the greatest maritime fiction since Moby Dick was delivered by Chris Hipkinson, who said this, quotes, mega ferries wasn't the wisest decision, end of quotes. How was that? It landed big time. That's how it was.
That's enough. You can't use a question to abuse the opposition. You can talk about factual matters. Well, you didn't present it that way. Started out like we were reading a novel.
He said, how did the question, excuse me, point of order.
Yeah.
The question, how does the government's plan compare to 2020?
Yeah.
That's them in power. That's their decision.
That's good.
You didn't stop that, did you? So here comes the answer.
I said, the question's in order. The answer has to be as well. And so,
okay. Right.
Let's see how you go. You're a very experienced man.
He need only ask Todd Vassler from the Rail Union for an education. He said this. Well, he used to work for MC. He said, it was the infrastructure and the terminals that blew out and just kept blowing out.
Supplementary. How will the road and rail marshalling yards be different compared to Project IREX?
Well, under IREX, both yards were proposed to lift by a metre at huge expense. There's a lot of stone and concrete with new buildings, roads and a rail on top. It was far beyond the modest alterations we had planned in 2020. They said lifting yards would mean extreme weather events would not disturb the ferry operations. That would have cost hundreds and millions of dollars alone. Here's the point. Why build a halo around a car yard when you could increase the culverts to stop the build-up of water in the first place? This can be done at a fraction of the cost and means we can keep using existing yards. It's blindingly obvious to some of us, but not to those in charge between 21 and 2023. Or Mr Hipkins.
Yeah. Supplementary. How have the terminal buildings been considered in the Minister's thinking?
We are retaining the existing terminal buildings. They are simple structures that can battle weather and earthquakes. Pixton has a new concrete foundation, a steel structure, and we have been told it has a long future. Wellington's building is in the right location beside the wharf, and so certain was Kiwi Rail and Centre Port about the terminal's future that they started building a new baggage area months ago. The previous government's plan included, unbelievably, multi-storey new terminals with concrete so thick there was barely any room for the passengers and fixtures so flash, even Louis XIV would have been embarrassed. While some may regret the absence of a Taj Mahal in Picton and a Sydney Opera House in Wellington, the people paying their taxes will not, and that's why over there it hurts so much. It hurts.